In this video, I'm going to show you how to edit talking head videos faster using Gling AI step by step. If you record content regularly, you already know that the slowest part isn't filming, it's cutting out those pauses, mistakes, and filler words after the fact. On average, creators spend 3 to 5 hours editing a single talking head video, mostly doing repetitive cleanup that doesn't actually make the video better. That time adds up fast, especially if you're posting weekly or if you're managing content for clients. Gling AI is built specifically to handle that cleanup for you, so you can get from raw footage to a clean cut in a fraction of the time without manually scrubbing timelines. I'm Erin from AI Academy. Let's get into it. So what is Gling AI? Gling AI is an AI editing tool built specifically for talking head videos. It doesn't try to replace your editor or turn your video into something generic. Its job is much simpler than that. Gling scans your raw footage and automatically removes things like long pauses, filler words, false starts, and obvious mistakes. So instead of scrubbing through a timeline and cutting every silence by hand, you get a cleaned up version of your video in minutes. It works especially well for YouTube videos, courses, tutorials, and any content where you're mostly talking to the camera, like this video. I want you to think of it as a fast first pass on your edit, not a one-click replacement for editing altogether. Okay, I know you're probably wondering what Gling actually does, so let's just look at the features real quick and see why people use it. So the biggest thing right away is bad take detection. If you pause, restart a sentence, or mess up a line, Gling automatically catches that and marks it for removal. So instead of scrubbing through the timeline trying to find every single mistake, you're basically just reviewing what it already found and deciding if you want to keep it or not. It also takes care of silences and filler words, long pauses, and all the little gaps that make talking head videos feel slow. Gling cuts those out for you. You still sound like yourself, just more clean and easier to watch without manually trimming every pause. This is where it really saves time though. Everything is text-based. You're editing the transcript, not the video timeline. If you don't like a sentence, you delete the words and the video updates instantly. So that way you're not dragging clips around, there's no zooming in and out, there's no razor tool, and it honestly feels more like editing a document than editing a video. And once Gling does the cleanup, you're not stuck there. You can export the video into your normal editor if you want to add B-roll, graphics, zooms, or captions. Gling handles the boring cleanup part, and your editor handles the final touches. So now that you've got a feel for what Gling actually provides, let's open it up and walk through a real example so you can see this in action. Before we start, if you want to copy what I'm doing step by step, grab the link below and open Gling. Then let's upload a video together. Step 1, uploading your video. So once you're inside of Gling, this is the first screen that you'll see. Right in the middle, you'll see the box that says drag your videos here or click to browse. So this is essentially where everything starts. You can either drag in a talking head video from your computer or just click and select the file manually. As soon as the video uploads, Gling creates a new project for it automatically. Step 2, choose how you want to edit. After the upload finishes, Gling asks what you want to do with the video. You'll see two options, edit with AI and extract shorts. Edit with AI is for cleaning up the full video, removing bad takes, silences, and filler words so the main video is tighter and easier to watch. Extract shorts is for pulling short clips out of the video for things like TikTok or Reels. For this example, click edit with AI, then click next in the bottom right. That tells Gling you want to clean up the full talking head video, not cut it into short clips. Step 3, confirm the project details. Now you're taken to the project setup screen. This is basically a quick checkpoint before Gling starts editing. You'll see a preview of your video timeline, the spoken language it detected, the file name, and the option to add more clips if you're working with multiple takes or camera angles. For a basic talking head edit, you don't need to change anything here. Gling usually detects the language correctly, and a single clip is totally fine. The screen is just confirming what you uploaded. Once that looks good, click continue in the bottom right right and let Gling move on to the cleanup step. Step 4, select what you want Gling to fix. Now this is where Gling really starts doing the work for you. You'll land on a screen called Enhance Your Video. Think of this as telling Gling what kind of cleanup you want it to handle automatically. For a normal talking head video, you can just leave the basics turned on. Cutting silences, removing bad takes, and cleaning up filler words are the big ones, and they're usually all you need. That alone will tighten up the video a lot without changing how you sound. You will also see options like auto caption or audio enhancement. Those are nice extras, but they're optional. You can always add captions later or handle audio in your main editor if you prefer. Once everything looks good, click Enhance and Edit, and Gling will start processing the video for you. From here on out, it's mostly review instead of manual editing. Step 5, let Gling process the video. After you click Enhance, Gling starts working in the background. You'll see a progress bar while it prepares the file. This is where it's scanning the video and it's figuring out where you paused, where you restarted a sentence, where filler words show up, and which takes don't belong. You don't need to touch anything here, just let it run. How long this takes depends on how long your video is, but even for longer recordings, it's gonna save you a ton of time compared to cutting everything manually. What happens next? Once it finishes, Gling drops you straight into the editor. You'll see a cleaned up version of your video, a full transcript, bad takes already removed, and silences tightened up. So from here, it's just review. You can scan the transcript, make quick text edits if something feels off, and then export the video to your main editor if you want to add B-roll, graphics, or final touches. So let's look into this more in detail. So on the right, you've got the video preview. On the left, you've got the full transcript of everything that you said. And along the bottom, you'll see the timeline with all of the cuts already applied. This is important. Gling already removed all of the bad takes, silences, and filler words before you even touched anything. So you're not starting from a messy timeline, you're starting from something that's pretty much already cleaned up. And I want to show you something cool. If you highlight any sentence in the transcript, you'll see options to correct it, add to it, or export that section as a clip. So if you misspoke and want to fix one word, you don't need to cut the timeline, you just correct the text. If there's a sentence you want to reuse later as a short, you can export just that section. This is where it starts feeling more like editing a document than editing a video. And let's say there's a whole section that you don't want at all. You don't have to drag or trim anything. You just click on the scissors icon on the left of the transcript and Gling removes that entire section from the video instantly. There's no guessing where the clip starts or ends. If it's gone from the text, it's gone from the video. Up here, you'll also see the enhance options. Now this is where you can turn things on or off even after the edit is done. If you want auto captions, you can toggle that on. If you want auto zooms, audio enhancement, or background tweaks, those live here too. The key thing to know is that you're not locked into the choices that you made earlier. You can test these features, turn them off, or rerun them without starting over. So at this point, the hard part is already done. Your video is cleaned up, tightened, and readable as text. From here, you can either export it straight out or send it to your main editor to add B-roll, graphics, or final touches. This is why Gling saves you so much time because you're spending minutes reviewing instead of hours manually cutting. Who this workflow is best for? Okay, so real talk for a second, who is this actually for? If you record talking head videos regularly and the editing phase is what slows you down, this is built for you. Especially if most of your content is you explaining, teaching, or walking through something on camera, this works really well for YouTube videos, tutorials, courses, client walkthroughs, and educational content where clarity matters more than those flashy edits. If your videos are heavily cinematic or rely on constant B-roll, this might not be your primary editor. But for talking head content, this fits perfectly. How I actually use Gling. Okay, so here's the honest way I think about Gling when I'm deciding whether to use it. I don't open it thinking I'm about to edit a video. I open it thinking I want to get this out of my head and cleaned up fast. That mindset change matters because once you stop trying to film perfectly, you move way faster. I'll ramble a little, I'll restart sentences, I'll talk through ideas out loud, and I don't care because I already know that Gling is going to catch most of that for me. It lets me stay in creator mode instead of editor mode. How Gling fits into a real workflow. This is important. Gling isn't an all or nothing tool. I use it at the very beginning of the editing process, not the end. It's the thing that takes raw footage and turns it into something usable level. After that, everything else is optional. Some videos I export and post, others I go ahead and add B-roll and graphics myself, but either way, the hardest part is already done. That's why it works so well if you're posting consistently. You're not reinventing your workflow every single time, you're just cleaning things up and moving on. Why speed matters for content creation. If your goal is to get content out as fast as possible this year, not perfect, not cinematic, just clear and consistent, this is the kind of tool that actually helps. Most people don't stop posting because they ran out of ideas. They stop because editing becomes a bottleneck. Videos pile up, drafts sit unfinished, momentum dies. Gling removes that friction, it shortens the gap between filming and publishing so you can stay in motion instead of waiting for editing day to happen. You're not lowering your standards, you're just removing the slowest step in the process. That's why tools like this matter if speed and consistency are part of your content goals right now. And that's how to edit talking head videos faster using Gling AI step by step. If you're tired of spending hours cutting pauses and fixing small mistakes, this gives you a much faster way to get from raw footage to something publishable. If you want to try it yourself, I'll leave the link below so you can see how it fits into your workflow. I'm Erin from AI Academy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.